Hello, everybody. Good morning. Happy 7/7 portal. And my beautiful co-host, Jean, SunPsychic Jean, is with me this morning. Thanks for being here, Jean.
It's my pleasure, Aley. It's so much fun. I look forward to having our Sundays together. And I love your new background. I love your new countdown. I love your new name. I was wondering when you were going to put your new name on there. I was watching you and Deborah, and she
Um,
was calling you Alice. And I think that is brilliant. Brilliant.
uh, she's
Hmm.
amazing. I had the soul reading with her yesterday, and I thought she nailed me really, really well. And then Keith watched it, and he kept going, "Oh my God!" I could hear him in the other room, and he kept saying, "She nails you. Everything she said was true." So it was really worth it. And yeah, so yes, I noticed that people are saying hi to me. A lot of them in the chat saying hi, Alice. So yeah, it's just it's me getting used to it because that's my mother's name. When people say hi, Alice, it's like, where are you? So because I've lived with
Right.
it so long, But anyway, yeah. Thank you, Jean. I appreciate it. Yes, Deborah Zacko is quite the lady. She's made tarot cards. She's writing books, and she's just a really, really kind person. So, yeah, thanks, Jean. I appreciate it. And Jean's been busy, busy. It's been a busy summer for her, doing some traveling back to see her mom,
Yes.
and
Yes.
coming up some shows coming up. Where are they going to be? Are they in Maryland or are they
Yes, it's
in
in
Virginia?
Maryland.
Where are they?
It's in Annapolis, Maryland. The one on the 13th, it's Saturday the 13th, and the next one is on Saturday the 20th will be in Columbia, Maryland. And both of them are very
Wonderful.
close to the Washington D.C. area. And I think that Linda is
Sure.
going to be able to join us.
Yes, Linda Kennedy.
Linda,
Yes, yes.
yes, Kennedy.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, Linda, that's how Linda met you the first time, and I was so excited to see you. I know M. Steve has shown up before, and somebody else you said has come to see you that lives in the area. Can't remember who it is, but
Hmm.
yeah. Anyway, yeah. So thank you, Jean. I'm going to say hello and good morning to Randy and Rossi. And hi, Luana Bailey from Texas. How are you doing, girl? We got Kim B. And we have Jessica Lynn and Sherry. And we have Janet Bora Bora. Thanks, Janet. She's one of our extraordinary moderators. Of course, there's others. Christine Fryer, also a moderator. Thank you, Christine. We have Kim B. We have Arlene Forney coming in from beautiful Sedona. Nice to see you, Arlene. Tea Garden Chicken is here. And Kathy 11. And let's see. Oh, yeah. Orange essential oil. Yeah, orange is the thing to wear today for the 7/7. Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. Sherry, I hope you had a fun show last night. Thanks for being there when Helen and I were on. And I know that you also had a show afterwards. And you are she starts it at midnight. I don't know she and Scott, they are the
I know, round the clock. I know.
round
Well,
the
I'm going to be on
clock.
with Jerry Voices from the Swamp later today at
Oh,
2
good.
Central, 3
Okay.
Eastern.
All right. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. And things are, Lewis is, feeling a bit better, according to Sherry. And Sherry's been very grateful that people have donated to his GoFundMe. And we're praying for Lewis to get up to full steam, and Sherry also. That's hard on anybody that's in the family, I think. So, yeah, lots of love, Sherry. Hi, Cheryl Simpson. Nice to see you. Okay, you're going to lurk. That's okay. Cheryl, 7/11 is your birthday, and we're going to do a birthday reading. I've already got you. I got you set for that. Unless you absolutely don't want one, we would love to give you one. All right. We have Kathy here, and we have Pooja, and Nancy, and Amelia, and Mary Hernandez Walker, and Polly, and Create Love, and Diamond. Oh my goodness, G. Covington. Wow. All right, Pooja, I have your question. And Nancy. All right. Hi, T. Lynn. Welcome, everybody. Wow. We're really always happy to have you here, and we thank you for being here. I had a short video for about 6 minutes earlier before we came on the show, and it's about the 7-7 portal. And just so you know, any kind of orange stone that you might have, I happen to have the most beautiful one here. I don't know how I found this, but it brings me joy. But it doesn't have to be big. It can be very small. And there are other stones that meet that criteria as well. Orange essential oil, anything orange, and it's the sacral chakra. And I apologize on my 7-7. I was saying that you needed to use your seventh chakra, and I pointed to my throat. This is the fifth chakra. And sorry, yeah, seventh is up here. Anyway, hello, DNDFL. Nice to see you, dear. Amber, yeah, I would think amber would work, Mary. You know, it's the intention that matters the most. And hi, Miss Tarot D. You're sleepy today? Well, that's okay. Yeah, it's a beautiful day to rest. Yeah, you must be. I don't know exactly where you live, but you are. It's probably hot there. Is it hot where you are, Jean? Is it really hot?
Oh, absolutely. It's been
Oh,
in the
okay.
hundreds for the past couple of days. Yeah, 90s and hundreds. It's it takes a toll.
Yeah. Yeah, it does take a toll. Yeah.
But it is July, so
It is July. That's right. That's right. We're really lucky here. I mean, we're getting maybe 82 or 83 in the Seattle area, but it's not humid. We have a little bit of a breeze, and so I've been able to enjoy being outside. Deanne, 7-7 is July 7th, but every time you have a double digit like 6-6, 7-7, 8-8, 9-9, they're all portals for us. And actually, the 8-8 is really important, which is next month. It's the Lionsgate portal, which is really powerful for us. But this particular portal came around the new moon. This 7-7 did. And it's reminding us to set our intentions to manifest for the full moon, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. So there you go. Oh, thank you, Miss Tarot D. Hi, Denise Hammond. Nice to see you. Yeah, Sherry never sleeps. How true. I'm sure she does, but she's a busy lady between working and her shows. So, and I understand how that works. So go ahead and put in your questions. A couple of reminders, please. Jean always says, if you are interested in having a medium reading, then please give us the first name of your person and their relationship. It could be a friend. That's okay. But mom, dad, grandma, kind of thing. Psychic reading, of course. You can ask a psychic. No politics, no health questions, no lawyer questions, please. But you can talk about moving or anything else you want to talk about. And did I miss something, Jean? Oh, we're going to take them in random order. If I see somebody hasn't had a reading ever here that I know of anyway, or there's a new person that's just come in, please step aside for them to get their reading. And in the meantime, I will also cut off at some point because if it gets too many, we won't be able to read all of them. And Jean has another show. Don't you have one at 12 as well?
I do. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to be with Sherry. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, it's 12 o'clock Pacific time. So that she's got to have a little bit of a break in between the two shows. And I would want her to. So.
Mm-hmm. So, Aley, I was on with Mark the Spirit Whisperer yesterday, and somebody new came on and said, "Can I hear from anybody in my family?" And I said, "Oh, you're new here." I said, "Typically, we just ask for the first name and the relation." I said, "Because it's like a 5-minute reading, we don't want to spend time trying to figure out who it is, you know." I said, it helps us to get there fast. And I said, but let me just see what I get. I'll give you a spiritual reading. So I closed my eyes, and all of a sudden I see this woman come in. She's like, I'm here. And I said, I'm seeing a mother energy come in for you. I said, I have to correct myself. I just said that I couldn't do it. But your mother, she was very insistent. She was almost like waiting in the wings. And she
Yeah.
said that she was her best friend, and she told me that they were living together under the same roof. And she told me about these little pink curlers, and she told me 1-inch curlers, the 1-inch size,
Yes.
and the way
Yes.
poke in that stick, that plastic
Yes.
stick to
Yes.
hold. And she was like, "Oh my gosh, my mom, the rollers! Oh my!" She was freaking out the whole time. I was like, "Well, usually we
Oh,
don't, so you never know." But
yeah. You
she
never
was
know.
she was
Yeah.
also she was a card reader herself, so she was connected anyway. And sometimes when people
Okay.
are really open like that, it really helps to
Yeah.
drive. But man, this woman came in so forcefully with so much love, so much
Wow.
detail, and I just kept giggling
Uh-huh.
to myself. I couldn't stop laughing, and it was her energy. So it was, you
Oh,
never know what
wow.
you're going to get, and it
You
was
never
really
know.
fun.
That's very fun. That's awesome, Jean. Thanks for sharing that. That's beautiful. Hi, Lori and Diamond. I have your question. I have Denise's question. Remember to give me the first name of the person. If it's mom or dad, I need like Mary and John. Okay. Not just mom or dad. Davy, I don't know what question you have. Last night, Helen and I did read for you. It just happened to be later in the show. You were asking a question about a relationship. So let me know what it is that you would
Oh,
want to be read on here. Okay.
MJ420, you are so sweet. Thank you very much. That was really sweet. It surprises me because I'm telling her, "Oh, no, no, no," and then all of a sudden I'm like, "Oh, I have to correct myself." She's coming in.
Gina says it was a
She
great reading. Yeah, that's great. Hi, Andrea Galvin. Nice to see you, my dear. Jean, just you are a great reader. You definitely are. You are. That's awesome. Let's see. Mom's name is Anna. All right. I'm trying to click on here. All right. So, Davy Jones, let me know what you want read on, and when you come back, and if you're not feeling it, let's see. There was something else I saw here. All right, Denise, you have that. So I got to unclick the other one because I don't want
And I
all
want to say
these.
hi to Scott Scorpio Suntero, popping in and
Oh,
saying hello.
hi, Scott. Nice to see you, dear. Nice
I
to
popped in
see
on him.
you.
He was doing a solo, and
Oh,
I went into the chat and I'm like, "You want some company?" And he popped me right in. I said, "I'm going to be lurking, and not lurking,
oh.
but I'm going to be creeping in on everybody's solo shows." It was just funny. I told him the last time we did a show, I said, "I'm going to pop in on you next time I see you doing a solo." It was
Oh,
fun.
really,
And you know what?
really.
You need
It
to
is
bring up the energy. You got to raise the vibration. You got to laugh and enjoy the
fun.
the the community and the collaboration and the fun for sure.
Well, I think that it bears uh, repeating for people who either have not had their other side people read, the mediumship read or not, that they oftentimes come in very humorous, and some people take that like, well, why, this is a dead person, why are they, why are you reading it like that? This is the way they come in. They are so happy where they are. They're not unhappy where they are, and they want you to be happy to see them. And sometimes they'll know more. Of course, they know more now than they knew then when they were here on Earth. They can see more, they can feel more, they can know more. And so it's like, well, my father probably wouldn't have never told me he loved me. Well, he wants to tell you now because he feels bad he didn't tell you before. So yeah, you have to think about that.
That's a
So,
good
all
point,
right,
Aley.
Sharon. Sure. It's really important. I've had people say, okay, Andrea, I got your question. I think it's really important just to remind it because Jean has gotten some funny ones with me. And it's almost like we're embarrassed to say what we get.
Absolutely,
Anyway,
absolutely. And it's their way of communicating. And
it, yeah.
it's up to me to make it, PG.
Uh-huh. Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's pretty
Right.
funny.
Okay, so
All right.
Cheryl
So
wants
Sharon,
a reading. Mhm.
yes, a birthday reading for Cheryl. Sure thing, Cheryl.
Okay, Simpson.
Mhm.
Simpson. And that's a special birthday, that 7-11 it is.
It sure is. Yeah. Yeah. wonder if they give you a free Slurpee on your birthday at 7-Eleven every year. They should, Cheryl.
So they're telling me, Cheryl, that you're going to be celebrating sort of like for the next couple of weeks, whether or not you celebrated it on the 4th or whenever you get together with family. And because it's the holiday, like you sort of combine your birthday around the holiday, and then you also do something, maybe go out to dinner or something on your real birthday. They're saying that this is a very special birthday for you. They're saying that you have come a long way, and you've accomplished quite a bit. And there's a lot of water under the bridge, they're saying. There's a lot of things that you have to be proud of, to be grateful for, and to be... and it brings you wisdom. This birthday is bringing you lots of wisdom in your reflection. And it's almost like you're a little bit more in the... you're going to be giving somebody else guidance. You're going to be giving somebody else, the guidance and just advice. You're there to give somebody else advice, to be a mentor to somebody else. And this is it's like a change of placement in your life because of what you've accomplished, what you've achieved, and what you've overcome, and the perspective that you now have. It's beautiful. And I do feel as though you're not you do like to share your wisdom with other people, but it's not exactly, you're not exactly confident in the way that, I'm not a mentor, but you are, and they want you to be proud of the achievement and the growth that you've that you've achieved this far in your life. So all the best to you, Cheryl.
Yes, Cheryl. So I pulled some fun cards, and then I pulled a spiritual card for you. The first one I got was, you are seeking some more excitement in your life. And of course, around your birthday, you should be. It says that you're thirsty for something, and look at what I get. I get the soda bottle. So it's like when you shake up the soda bottle and open it, So excitement, you're looking for more excitement. But you might think, well, do I have the money for this excitement? I see, yes. I think some finances are going to lighten up for you, or give you some more ability to do some things you're interested in doing. Because I get the nightlife. I love the nightlife. I like to boogie. The disco ball is fun. It's just fun times for you. So I think there's some fun times ahead, specifically on your birthday, but hopefully for the whole year. And finally, I get an angel card for you, and it says, you are receiving new levels of light, and the angels and the ascended masters are saying, we will work with you, and we will come to you. All you have to do is ask. Just speak it, say Archangel Michael or Saint Germain or whoever it is that you want to come in and provide you with wisdom or counsel, and they will be right there for you, because you're reaching a pinnacle here, and your vibration is going up. So yeah, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Enjoy. Yeah. All right. So let's see. We got the sacred key codes who came in, and we
Hi,
also have
Stacy.
Kathy 11 did make it. Yes, hello. And Ariel Darkstar, Andrea 54 Hector, Viviani, Asanina Korea, and yes, Lynn, our grief can hinder our connection with past loved ones. It can. So that's why sometimes they say wait a while before you try to connect with them. So Delphi Ross is here as well. And so is, I guess I got everybody. Sharon O'Brien. Okay, thank you. All right. So the next one we're going to do here is, let's see. Andrea hasn't been here for a very long time or able to ask a question. So I'm going to pull on Andrea's question. Remember, we're pulling in random order, everyone, please. So she's looking about earthquakes and fires. She's in San Jose now, and so she's concerned about the West Coast. Andrea, I did notice on the news that you have in the state of California, there's 12 or 13 wildfires right now that are overtaking some areas, not all in the upper area, but yeah.
So, Andrea, you'll have to come back and let me know. But I asked about earthquakes in the San Jose area, and they said not for the next 4 years, not in that area. So let me check on the wildfires.
Okay. Oh.
So this year, yes. It's not going to be detrimental. There will be some destruction. There will be some displacement, but it's momentary and I think it will be, able to be under control in an appropriate amount of time. But I do see some destruction and displacement, and a lot of the smoke and stuff is going to be, closing down highways and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
But the good news is there's no earthquakes for the next 4 years.
That's good, because there are here. We're getting them, and we're there were 4 of them near Vancouver Island, and I think they were like 5.7, and we are in that zone. So, but I'm just going to say, we'll let them shake us up, but hopefully they won't overtake us. So we will go there. She's concerned more like Paradise, California, when it burned to the ground. I get that, Andrea. Yeah, I do. I can see everybody.
Station. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I'm getting that. Yes, this is a challenge for the fire. I feel bad for the firefighters. It's like every year they have to deal with this. We also have the same problem in Oregon, and then the smoke comes up this way into Washington, or it comes down from Canada across. So I totally get it. There were a lot of people in there that had to pick up and move, creating a lot of tears. And so, I think that being wiped out may not be on the agenda, as Jean said, but it could be that people may be displaced for short periods of time because they have to. And it is very emotionally draining to have to worry about this every year. I understand that. I certainly hope that, that everybody takes care. And, sometimes I think it's people that are totally clueless about throwing a cigarette out the window or something like that. And, that can create all of these problems. So thanks, Andrea. We're praying that, this continues not to be a problem for you. All right. So I'm going to go to, Sarita, coming in from your channel. Her mother, Nirmala, passed. She fell. She didn't tell her that she had a fracture, and it became serious, and she passed. So I guess she wants a reading from Nirmala on the other side.
Absolutely. So sorry for your loss, Sarita.
No. Yeah. Hi, Liz.
She's saying that she's being taken care of. She's showing me that she's in somebody's arms. I'm not sure if there is somebody who has passed before her, or somebody who is a important deity that she might be in the arms of this soul, of this energy. She's in the arms of angels, so to speak. And she wants you to know that she is very well taken care of, and that she was whisked away before actually her body left, or before her soul left her body before the end of her actual life, before her last breath. And she's saying that she was being prepared through the end of life, the events that took place. She was in touch with her angels and her loved ones on the other side in her dreams, being prepared for her exit.
Wow.
And she's saying everything has happened in the manner that it was expected, and that the event occurred because it was her time to leave. It was not that it was not random. It was her time. So these are the events that took place in order for her to leave. It was and she is in the arms of the angels, and she wants you. She's sending the angels down for you and the family. I feel like you're taking care of little ones, and she's saying that it's important for you to display and to be an example for the family and the little ones, and be brave and have that faith of that I'm okay and that I'm in the arms of the angels. She keeps saying that. She's saying that she's very well taken care of and almost even cradled. I'm not sure if that means anything to you.
Wow. I got very similar messages here. And I know these are just cards I have. They're called the Beloved Dead, and they're kind of odd images of older times. So I don't, so I'm going to, this is the first one I get, and it is being look at the hand positions. It is almost like a deity, but behind it is angel wings, and it's saying an act of love. And she said, I'm sorry, but it was my time, as Jean had said, and her guides had said. And she said, you have to accept it as it is right now. Unfortunately, I don't know if she wanted to hide it from you, that she had a fracture, but she said you were very, very, you were wrapped up in your own, life and children, or whatever it is that you're doing, your job. And she didn't want to bother you. I don't think she realized in the beginning of this, that this was going to lead to what it led to. Okay. So the next thing is, she said, there's nothing that you need to do, because Sarita, I already know how much you love me. We've loved each other from the very beginning. And so please remember that. And I am right here. I'm just a breath away, and you can call on me anytime. I will come and listen to what you want to say, because I am at peace. And I think that we like to know that. So hopefully, that makes you feel better. She, as Jean said, it was her time to go, and we never know what time it will be our time to go. Finally, she says she wants you to clear your energy and know that the angels are with her and with you. And so she said, yes, it's only been a few months. It looks like it was November. And, it's, when it comes up on a year, she said, make sure that you've cleared your energy and know that I am fine and I love you dearly. So much love to you, my dear. Much love.
Very sweet reading, Aley. That was really sweet. All the best to you, Sarita.
Yes, Sarita. So sorry. All right. I'll find the next one here. I'm going to go ahead and put up Kathy 11 as the next reading. And she's wondering if her brother Yom or sister Linda, who passed within days of each other, have a message to share. I'm so sorry that you lost both a brother and a sister in January. Much love to you, my dear. That's difficult. So Kathy, you put up another one. We're just going to do this one for you. Okay. All right.
She's correcting Tom, not Yam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
All right. I kind of thought
Tom
that's an
and
unusual
Linda.
name, but okay. It's Tom. Thank you. You're welcome, Sarita.
So I am feeling like they are wanting to connect with you, Kathy. And again, this is another. Both of these are similar to the. This is similar to the last reading, where when we're in this stage of grief, this stage of shock, this stage of trauma and loss, it's important for us to take care of ourselves and to go through the process and to fully feel the feelings and to move through them. I feel them that they're hesitating. They're letting you know that they are fine and they are watching over from above. They're not coming in and communicating on a because they want you. Like, I connect to you and your energy, and then I pick their energy up. So you could be in a emotional state or in a difficult state where they are mindful of that and want you to have the time. And then when you're ready, they will come with a message. But they are watching over you. I see them sort of watching from afar and sending you love. They're not really speaking. I do see them, but they're not quite giving me verbal messages other than sending love, sending prayers, sending blessings, and watching over you. So that's what I see.
Okay. So I have a question. Was either Tom or Linda a teacher? Because I get the teacher card. And it can be a person that is teaching something, not necessarily in a classroom, but it certainly could, or an administrator, somebody that maybe even was, somebody that had an apprentice work with them. It could be that kind of teacher. Just because the man is in the card doesn't mean it's Tom. It could be Linda. I don't know, but either that or you're a teacher. I'm not sure. They're saying they visit you all the time, especially your sister. She says, yeah, I'm right there. I come in through the window or wherever I can come through, and I watch over what you're doing. So don't you worry about that, sis. I'm here for you. I don't know. What do they think, that you are a witch because you like to listen to this kind of thing? I don't know how open-minded they are, but it's funny because I get this card and then I get limelight. So I'm guessing that what they're saying here is, wow, you're bringing us through like a witch might bring somebody through. And here we are in front of all these people on TV. And so I'm just getting a funny from them, like, wow, how you doing this? And these people can talk to us. This is amazing. They want you to step away from any fear that they are not happy where they are, or that they are experiencing any kind of issues up in heaven. They are very much together. They are very much happy to be together. And they said, sis, when it's your turn, we'll be here to welcome you. But no hurry. We got it covered up here. So much love to you. There you go. Wow. Wow. Okay, Davey, I already got it. Everybody, please just put your questions in once. That would be really helpful for me, because otherwise I get doubled up and then I have an issue. All right. The other thing is, if you have more than one question, like I want a reading for July and then I want a medium reading, we're going to do the medium reading because that's what we're really here for. And we're only going to do one. So just so you know. All right. That's all right, Davey. That's all right. No worries. Sorry. All right. Let's see. Why don't we go ahead and read for you? And we'll do that right now because you want to connect with your friend Nikki in spirit. Okay.
So I'm just picking up a little bit of energy of whether you were roommates at some point, and that you really relied on each other. Either that or you worked together. There was something like a daily togetherness that you either worked together or you were roommates, where the intimacy of the day in and day out, sharing time and space together. Like, you really got to know each other very well. Nikki is saying that you two had a lot of like celebratory times, if you know what I mean. A lot of laughing, a lot of enjoyment, a lot of music, a lot of friends, a lot of maybe going out to celebrate. And they're saying that they want to know that it was like the best of times. And it's almost so they're holding this space for you, and they're holding this love and this dedication to you and honoring you for giving. Like it was they were fun. I don't know if it was a she or he, but they were fun and you were fun, but together you were like really, you really like bounced off of each other or worked off of each other and really had a wonderful time together. So this is what they want you to remember them by. And this is how much the appreciation that they want to show you for your friendship.
Wow.
So let me know if that makes sense. And look who's here. Terry
I know
says
Terry
Suki's
Silky's
here.
here. Yeah. Yeah. He said, yes, it was a good time and they did live together for a while. Yeah. So
Okay.
you nailed that one. I got here. We lost our innocence, and I don't even mean it in the biblical way necessarily, but it was like you had so much fun as kids that you just, learned a lot of things that brought you into being more mature. And that there was a lot of drama, but I get drama, but in a fun way, like you hung out together and you had a lot of fun. I get the Ouija board. Did you try to use the Ouija board at all at some point? I love this. I don't get it very often. And it could be that maybe you did not specifically use a Ouija board, but it could be anything like it. Like maybe you did tarot, maybe you did, there's other things, but that you dipped your toes into the spiritual realm. So that's what I get for you. Yeah. No Ouija board. Okay. Well, it's like I said, it could be that, you two questioned, the beyond. Let's put it that way. Question things in the beyond. So awesome. Thank you so much, Davey. Thank you. All right. So just so everybody knows, Jean and I'm letting you put your questions up. We were not going to be able to do all your questions today, and we are doing them in random order. So please understand, we're trying to hit people that we haven't read for a lot initially, because a lot of times they never get a chance to get read. So please understand, and we'll go from there. All right. So let's see. Denise Hammond, you have a question about your spirit guides, and then you have a question about your mom and dad. So I'm going to go with mom and dad, Ruth or Orville. And then later you say your dad was taken out of his home without consent, taken to his oldest daughters in North Carolina. My daughter and I were not allowed to see or talk to him, and he passed 3 months later. So there's some concern that she has. So why don't we just focus, I guess, right now on Orville and his situation. Yeah.
I'm so sorry for that confusion there, Denise, and that difficult situation that you were unable to see him or help him in those last few months. But he does want you to know that, and overall, our spirit guides, our angels, all want us to know that everything happens for a reason. Everything transpires so that the end result will occur. It's a divine plan. It's really hard for us to imagine. It's hard for us to accept, especially if it's something that we wouldn't wish or that we wouldn't imagine or that we would never want in 1,000 years. Everything happens in a divine plan. It's almost like even your oldest sister that took him out says to herself, why did I take him out of his own house? And I cause, like, she feels did I cause him to want to leave and die so soon? Like, she doesn't even understand. There was something that told her it was time for her to take care of him in a closer proximity, and she never imagined. But everything happened for a reason. If he was left alone in his house and he died, then that would have been a tragedy. It's almost like, um, it really is not, there is no perfect scenario for us to be comfortable with the way that our loved ones leave. And it is difficult to understand. I feel as though your dad didn't want anybody taking care of him. He didn't want anybody controlling his daily activities. He didn't want anybody to pity him or to see him in that frail state. And his spirit knew that this was coming to the end of his days. And your sister may have seen this and been witness to this and felt like that was the only thing she could do to save him. But he wasn't, he was on his way out of this lifetime. He was leaving anyway, whether he was in his house or in her house. And your sister was picking up on this and maybe wanted to try and prolong or extend his life or make him more comfortable or happier. I feel as though the events that transpired, no matter how difficult they were on you and your daughter, it was all in divine order. And your dad wants you to know that it was his time, and it was, he did not want anybody to see him in that state. He didn't want to be a burden on anybody, and he was on his way out. I feel like, I don't know if you've ever seen those. There's like a pamphlet that lets you know the end of life. Maybe like hospice may have something like that. And they tell you that the preparation of a loved one who leaves is months in advance, when they sleep or when they nap or when their soul is preparing to leave the body through this time. So I'm so sorry about the situation there, Denise.
Okay. She's saying that's not really like her dad, but she was his caregiver. All right. I'm not sure, but I remember in the very beginning, when they're on the other side, they're different than they are when they're here. So it's important that you remember that. I'm feeling that he's seeing, he knows you're upset about this. He knows all about you're upset about this. And it's almost as though somebody's at the graveside crying or weeping or not being able to move forward. And he wants you to be able to move forward. I don't know why, Denise, but I sense this was a money issue for your sister. And I'm sorry, I don't want to bring that up really, but there's a lot of people that worry about that and how that's going to all work out. And they rush in and grab somebody and move them. He said he did not like it because look at the word is location. He's under the table. He doesn't know where he is. He has no idea where he was at the time. It's like he was with your sister, but why am I here? Why aren't I where I belong? It's kind of confusing for him. She wanted to take a leadership role. Again, it may have been a money issue, because I'm honestly going to tell you that every time I've ever been around a death situation where I knew what was going on in a family, they were all against each other, and it all had to do with money or assets or power or something like that. He wants you to trust that he's okay. He wants you to know he loves you. He wants you to know that he's sorry that happened, that he had no control over what she did. And I think he knows you're still hurting about it. But that's what we're getting. And, I'd like to hope that they evicted you and your daughter and sold the house. See? Yeah. So you were working with them. He was living with you. They said, you guys need to leave. They sold the house so they could have the money to take him to North Carolina to take care of him. So it was all about the money. It's all about the money. She never came around until all this happened. Right. That's right. It happens so many times, I can't even begin to tell you. It really does. It's so sad. Yeah. And Sharon O'Brien says, yes, Jean, you're right about people sort of preparing and knowing that they're going to be leaving the planet way ahead of time. But I don't know if you could ever prepare for somebody swooping in and saying, hey, let's sell the house and move them down here. You just can't prepare for that. So anyway, I am so sorry, Denise. Send you lots of love, honestly. Yeah. All right. So Andrea, she has been evicted from her home and become homeless. Later on, she says, she said, does her father, Hector, have anything to say about that? About her living situation. So the question just was changed from the first one I showed you into that one.
Sure, let's connect with Hector.
Okay.
He's sending you his love. He's saying that you're precious to him.
Okay.
You both are. He's saying there is not much that he can create or affect on the other side other than to watch over you and to make sure that you are safe and sound. He's saying it's up to you to make the effort to it's almost like he's saying that he's supporting you through your decisions. He's supporting you and giving you the strength to move through this difficult time and to find the resources and the answers and the growth that you'll find in the humility.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying that you're strong, you're a very strong daughter, and that you are proud and sort of like one of us. And look where you came from. Look at all the struggles that we overcame. And he's saying, this is just one more. He's saying, you can get through this.
Yeah.
He's saying that he has confidence in you and he knows that you'll find a way. He said that trust and almost welcome a scenario that can come in and change this situation and help you to get through this. He's saying you'll come out on the other side stronger, and he's saying you'll know I'm with you. You'll be like, it's almost like when you hit the rock bottom, but you'll feel this support when you're there. And he's saying you will get through this. He's saying that trust yourself, and this is almost like you need to rely on yourself and believe in yourself, and you will get through this. And he's saying because of the ancestors of where you came from and all the struggles that we all got through, he's saying that you too can get through this. And he's just that's what he wants to tell you.
This is a lesson to us all. I'm seeing it over and over in the readings today, that when somebody's doesn't have set in motion what they want done with their health, with their assets, and so on, those that have nefarious beliefs will swoop in and take advantage. And I hate to say it because we love our family. We don't think it will ever happen to us. I've seen it happen over and over, and it is depressing for those of you in the chat that have said that. I agree with you, it is. But I want you to know that this is why she's homeless as well, because the brother swooped in and pretty much kicked her out and sold the house probably, or whatever they did. He says, I'm up here. I can be objective about the whole thing. But it's really hard for you down there, and I understand that. And I think all of you are here today that are having the same issues because it's something that needs to be discussed. And he's not saying that, but I really do believe that. He says, I can see the conflict between you and your brother down there. And I'm not liking what I see up here, what was done to you. But he said, you are a sovereign being. You are a strong woman, and you can get through this. You need to look for ways to get help so that you have a place to live, that you have. And he says, I see you coming out of this on the other side, but don't take any shortcuts and don't allow your brother to come back into your life unless he apologizes to you and makes it up to you, because what he did was unconscionable. And he says he's sending to you the angel Orion. He said, and he wants you to realize your authentic purpose is being realized here on the earth. And this is just, unfortunately, a detour, but it's a difficult detour, and he doesn't want to make light of it. So that's what I get for you, Andrea. And I'm so sorry that you lost your dad, Hector. Much love to you and your daughter, and I hope you are able to secure a place to live very soon. Thank you, dear. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to get people that either weren't read before or that there's some more of a mediumship and a psychic show. So Ellen had a terrible car accident. When her car was airborne, a male voice in my ear says, when the car hits the ground, turn the wheel to the left. I listened and just missed the pole. Who was it?
I'd say that's your guardian angel.
It is.
I think that's your guardian angel, your birth angel, your definitely your guardian angel. And this is just so beautiful that you heard that voice, and that when it's not your time to go, or when there's an avoidable situation, that they're there to help us. And just what a miraculous event that you remembered. And I'm sure you remember it as if it happened yesterday, because those things are so profound, we never forget them. And that's what I think. It's your guardian angel.
Yeah, I agree. I first thing I got was Michael, and then I pulled this, and it says breathe and ground, Archangel Michael. So yeah, he was, and that's what you were, airborne, and he said breathe and ground. So yes, I think it was Michael's voice, but it could have also been a cluster of all your other guardian angels. But that's beautiful, beautiful share, Ellen. We needed something like that today, I think. So thank you very much, my dear. All right. So Liz has a question of her father, Kittlinger, has a grandfather, Kittlinger, have a message for her.
He wants to thank you for honoring him and asking about him, first of all, is the first thing. He's saying that he loved having parties and having family around him. I feel like he enjoyed being special to those loved ones around him. I feel like he was. He's telling me that he felt special. He said he felt like he had meant to be known or be recognized. He enjoyed that recognition. He felt like it was something that was natural for him. He's saying that, and it's again, it's another. You're honoring him and recognizing him. And he just wants to, I think it's the notoriety. I think he may not have had very much notoriety or validation when he was here in this world. You say he was an artist. Maybe he wasn't recognized for the talent that he had, or maybe struggled with that and maybe had a later success. But he's saying that just that recognition, just honoring somebody and recognizing somebody for their talents and their uniqueness is really such a special gift one soul can give to another soul. And he wants you to know that it's not just that it makes him feel good, it's that it's a natural human thing, soul to soul thing. It's a very it's like forgiveness, it's like compassion, it's like that recognition. You know, when you walk into the room and somebody's eyes light up, it makes you feel so special. And it's really fundamental, a really basic need in humanity. And he just wants to honor you for thinking of him.
Wow. She said he was a narcissist, but famous in Hungary, a real Da Vinci. He seemed to favor me and wish he would talk to me. Wow. Well, it's very interesting. I get that he was a person that liked attention. He liked to toot his own horn. So there you go, Liz. That makes a lot of sense. He wants you to, he's watching over you. And of course, as a person on the other side or as an entity on the other side, he's saying, you know what they said earlier, that we see all and can know all our own flaws that we had in our own lifetime. But he says, I know what you're going through, but he wants you to go with the flow. And I think that's very interesting because you are in Cozumel and you are near the ocean. And of course you have that flow and you love the dolphins and so on. So, but he knows also that you've been dealing with some health issues. He says, you're doing well. Just keep going with the flow. Things will flow. The minute you worry about something, it stops the flow. You've got to let the flow continue. And he said, you have made your life into one of freedom. And you should be proud of yourself for doing something like that. You decided to do an unusual thing by moving down to Mexico, and he's happy for you. He's very happy for you. He said, you know, I'm around you a lot, and yeah, I was a narcissist, but you know, the attention was kind of fun. Yeah, interesting. Thank you. All right, we are coming up to the top of the hour here, and we only go for an hour. We've been doing mostly the medium readings that are here. We took in random order. I am going to, there was somebody else that had a question. First of all, I just want to say hello to Not Too Haunted, that you're paranormal investigators. That's fabulous. We love what you do. You can be a skeptic if you want about what we do, but I really believe that you shouldn't be, since you do what we do in a different way. So anyway, come back sometime. Let us read for you. We would love to do that. And welcome to this show. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to go with the last one we're going to be able to do today is T-Lyn. May I ask for a message from my mother, Vina, her thoughts on my recent spiritual experiences. Thank you so much, T-Lyn.
So I see a woman coming forward, and she feels as though she is experienced in connecting herself, whether it's, I'm not sure what type of divination she used, but she was open and trusted her gut and listened to her instinct, if nothing else. She may have had experiences with loved ones or other paranormal type of things. She's coming in and letting you know that you have had so many resources at your in your reach, that that she's just so grateful that you took advantage of these resources and have answered the call. She's saying you answered the call, that you're feeling called towards your awakening, your awareness, your reaching and raising your vibration and paying attention to the higher realms, the higher vibration, the higher evolutionary type of uh, vibration. She's saying that you're answering the call, and she's saying this is something that she never had the opportunity to do herself fully. And she's saying that the resources, and she's specifically saying like the internet and all of the what's offered here on the internet, and the support. It's not like hidden or hush hush or
Yeah.
or think you don't think negatively about it. She's saying that this support that you have throughout this process of your reaching your higher vibrational and I, she's showing me that you have a higher awareness, this spiritual awareness and this spiritual connection to your higher vibrations. She just is really very thrilled about this.
Hmm.
And she's saying that she's still felt this but didn't know the language or didn't have the validation or the confirmation from friends, and or like how we reflected back when we see things that resonate with us, when it's a saying and they say, what you complain about you keep getting, and what you are grateful for you keep getting, and then that it resonates with us, and that teaches us and it helps us to grow. She's saying all of these things are mirrored back to you and are very fortunate in your endeavor. And she's saying that you can and are in contact with me. She's saying when I do come near you, you feel or sense or think about me, or you hear a song. She said that she said there is this, you may not be certain, but you have an inkling that this feels like my mom. And mom, if this is you, thank you very much. And she's just tickled. She's really tickled that you have that connection with her.
Yeah, she said she had the gifts, but she was surrounded by a bunch of naysayers, and boy, do I understand that. That must have been really hard. So yes, yeah, you nailed that one, Jean. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Um, so yeah, first of all, she comes through on her spirit throne. I love this. It's like, yeah, she's really proud of you. She says, "Gosh, you've made so much progress, and it's wonderful, Teelan." She said, "Please make sure to use the portals. Use every portal you can, the new moons, the full moons, the 7/7s, the 8/8s, the 9/9s. They bring you into your power, and you can use them to manifest the things that you want in your life by setting intentions and by moving into those intentions and working in them. And you can create abundance," she says. And Archangel Michael is always right there for you. So I think she's really happy for you. She's really proud of you. She says I agree with what Jean said. It's like, I wish I could have done that. I wish I could have done that when it was my turn, but I'm so happy you are. I'm living through you and what you're doing. So, and don't we all like to live through our children at times and be proud of their accomplishments? So, wow, that's wonderful. Jean, thank you, my dear. Everybody in the chat, I'm sorry we weren't able to read for everybody today, but Jean's going to be back with me on the 28th. Yes, Jean.
I'm sorry. I wanted to mention Lori Hunsinger wants to send out calming prayers and energies for everybody in the path of Beryl who's coming into Houston, and anybody who is in that. It's not as strong, but still any type of storm coming in. We
It
just
is.
want to
Yeah,
also, yeah, send everybody. It's better to be
absolutely,
prepared.
Lori.
Make sure you have a to-go bag. Make sure you have enough for if there's no power for the next couple of so many hours. Just make sure you're prepared, and we're sending lots of love and support to anybody there in that area.
Absolutely. Much love to everybody, and any any furtherance of Beryl as well, because it meets land, but then you get the residual after the land. So yes, Houston and all the areas that's coming. Thank you so much. Oh, Teelan, so you're telling us on July 3rd, you had an amazing experience of a swarm or cluster of orbs appearing while evening prayers to Michael and Raphael. That's why Michael came through. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thanks for sharing,
Beautiful.
things that resonate with you. Thanks for being here. We're here every Sunday. Jean will be back on the 28th. Terry Suzuki is also with me on different Sundays, and we always have a really wonderful time. Much love to all of you. Thank you, Jean. Take care.
Thank
Jean
you,
will be
Aley.
on a little while with Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. So check it out if you did not get a reading today. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.